Welcome to this week's live stream, which we're doing on a Sunday instead of a Saturday. So sorry for that little change around. Had some family things yesterday, so sorry that all had to switch around. And sorry to anyone that's now going to think they're constantly a day behind, because I know I am. I know tomorrow I'm going to wake up feeling like it's Sunday, but here we are. So good to see everyone so far. We'll just wait a little bit for everyone to fill, for the room to fill up. But we'll go through some hellos. I'll answer all your questions. We've got some exciting skincare gossip, news, and update to go through. So yeah. But while we wait for everyone to arrive, let's do the housekeeping first. So if you're new, welcome. We do these live streams usually every other Saturday, though today's on Sunday, 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time, which is 10 a.m. West Coast time, 1 p.m. East Coast time, and somewhere at about 5 a.m. if you're watching from Australia. And if you are, you get an extra big love from me, because that's dedication. Big thank you to Tom, who as always is moderating on this live stream. Couldn't do it without him. And for you guys, just for being here, it means a lot to me. I'm going to be reading the comments off my phone, because YouTube isn't playing ball on the screen. So don't think I'm rude by looking down. I'm just going to be reading people's comments. But let's start off with a few highs, and then we'll get into all of the questions. Big hello to Tom, to Jan, to Courtney, to Luciana, to Fristenberg, to Suze, Amy, Ian, Borneo. Great to see all you guys. To Adri, great to see you. Scott, Vanessa, Suzanne, wonderful to have you all. Stephanie, Amanda, Maria, Hells, great to have you guys. And oh gosh, there's so many more, but I'll get through some more hellos as we kind of go through. But it's nice to see a good crowd of what I call the OG crew, and some new faces too. So if you are new to this live stream, let us know. Sound off in the comments, let us know where you're tuning in from. We would love to welcome you and say hello. I should also say, there's no cost to asking questions. I know in some live streams you have to leave a tip or pay something to ask your question. Not here, we don't believe in all of that. Everything is free on the channel, but all you need to do if you do want to ask your question is just drop it into the comments, and I'll go through them all in the order that they come in, so everyone has a fair chance of having their question answered. Hopefully that makes sense. So this week, what's new in skincare this week? Let's do that first before we get into some questions. So first off, we have the new sunscreen launch from The Ordinary. Did a video on that. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Their new serum sunscreen, which is launching on the 7th of May. Tried it out. Mixed opinions. I think if you're a US consumer and you are working with the FDA's outdated regulations around sunscreens, this is probably one of the best sunscreens you'll be able to buy over the counter, so that's nice. If you're watching from anywhere else in the world, it's nothing groundbreaking, and I think the newer generation filters are still better. So I'm kind of in two minds. I think it'll work really well for some people, less so for others. And the finish on it is very dewy, very dewy. If you like that, you'll love it. If you're looking for something a bit more matte, prob's not going to be for you. I would say would be a fair assessment. But let me know, guys, what your thoughts are. If you've seen that video, whether you're looking forward to it. I did also try the new Geek and Gorgeous sunscreen, which isn't out for quite a bit of time, which honestly is amazing. I would have thought it would be, because I love everything that brand creates. It's amazing. It's also half the price of the Ordinary one. So I love a bargain. Anyway, that's coming out later. There'll be a bit more of a video. I might do a side-by-side comparison between the two. If you'd like that, let me know. But yeah, that's kind of like the skincare gossip and info that I have for you guys right now. What else was I going to say? I can't remember. Oh, I've got some more stuff as we go along, but I'll talk as we go along. So big shout out to Michelle. Thank you so much for the tip, Michelle. That's really kind. Says, I love your channel, fun and super informative. Thank you, Michelle. That really genuinely means the world to me. So thank you so much. And if we can just make skincare that little bit more, a little easier to understand, take some of the mystique out of it, I'm happy. My job is done. So thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Jan says, popped in to press the like button. Love the Mad About Skin family. Will join the replay squad tomorrow. Yeah, Jan, I know that you are asleep right now. So sending you lots and lots of love, and thank you. Courtney says, hi Rob. Are there any skincare tools, red light wands, masks, rollers that you recommend or use alongside skincare for anti-aging? I don't. It's not because I don't think they're good. I do think some tools work really well. I just am not the sort of person that will ever use them. So I've bought them in the past and they've sat around gathering dust, and tools don't work if you don't use them. So I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm just never going to be... I'm usually running late. I usually have more things to do. I just don't have the time to kind of sit down and actually do it properly. If I had to choose one, so my first tip would be, if you're thinking of investing in a tool of some description, make sure you're the sort of person that's actually going to use it before you spend like $500 on something you're never going to use. So make sure you're the sort of person that's going to use it. If that is you, I would probably recommend red light masks. They're really, really good. They're great for anti-aging. They're great for reducing inflammation, for reducing acne breakouts. Red light masks and red light therapy, really good. I'm not a big fan of the microcurrent devices because I think there's a few questions around how effective they are in the long term, so I'm less fond of those. And when you do like the derma rolling, I would go for a stamp rather than a roller, because the rollers can cause tears in the skin. The stamp are more effective, but can again be really, really good. And I did try out the Cure like device, like the micro needle stamper, derma roller stamper. That was quite good. That is one that I did use and I did enjoy it, and I thought I got some great results. So that, hopefully that answers your question. I'm not trying to cop out. Hopefully that does answer your question. Luciana says, already hit the like button. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing. Luciana says, I received my order 2 days ago. So happy, Rob. Thank you. No, it's a pleasure, my love. I'm so glad your order arrived. Oh, and I should have said, cheeky little, I'll just give you a little heads up. A couple of people already noticed this, and I don't know how. I don't know how you guys, you guys must have like, I know, telepathic vision or something. So we are gearing up for Mother's Day in the rest of the world. Mother's Day here in the UK has been and gone. Mother's Day in the rest of the world. We're getting ready, and we are lucky to do our serum giveaway, which we did last year, and went so well, it actually sold us out of the serum. Like it just, I think it was the biggest event we've ever done. It was huge. And so we're setting things up now to make sure that everything is right, that the codes are all working, all that good stuff. And like all the back office internet-y things are all working. So we're trialing it out. So till midnight tonight, when the trial ends, if you spend £20 or whatever the dollar equivalent, it's like $25, if you spend £20 or the dollar equivalent on any Mad About Skin products at www.madaboutskinCare.com, you will get a free serum. Literally, that's like £16 value in its own right. You don't need a code or anything. All you need to do is buy products to the value of £20 equivalent or more. Put a serum in your cart, and then when you get to the checkout, it'll show completely free. You do need to have the serum in your cart alongside any other products that you buy. Otherwise, it won't work. So put whatever you want in your cart, as long as it adds up to £20 or more. Put one of the super serum in your basket. When you get to checkout, it'll show us completely free. We're trialing it for like 6 hours today to make sure everything's running smoothly and that it's all working in time for our Mother's Day like event, which we're really looking forward to. So if you wanted to try that out, feel free. It could be our guinea pigs. And I wanted to let you guys know, because I'm like, well, why not? If you can get your hands on it, why not? So yeah, it's www.madaboutskinCare.com. And all you need to do is to go into, put products to the value of £20 or more into your basket, add in the super serum. Then when you get to the checkout, it'll show as completely free. It'll show as free. And there's 3 people that have already spotted that before I even announced it. I don't know how you guys have insider information. I'm impressed. But I thought I'd let you guys know if you did want to take advantage while it's kind of going. Anyway, let's see. Where am I? Have I already lost where I'm in the chat? That's a record amount of incompetence. Sue's great to see you, my love, and same to you, Frista Buck. Hope all is amazing. Amy says, hi Rob and all, going to be mostly listening today. Has anyone ordered the new Prequel tinted SPF lip balm? Looks nice. I want to get more into Prequel as a skincare brand, because I do love the brand. I love the dermatologist that's behind it. She's huge here on YouTube. Dr. Ellis is fantastic, and so I want to get more, but then it's shipped to the UK. So I have to either kind of like email them and beg for PR, which I don't want to do because that's really tacky. If a brand reaches out, that's great, but I don't want to like email like, please can you send me something, because I can't actually buy it. I'd rather just buy it with my own money and then I can review it. Like that, but you can't because they don't really ship here, or it's really difficult to get here. So I want to try more. So hopefully, I hear that they're going to be shipping to the UK and Europe a lot more freely in the next like couple of months. When they do, I'm going to literally buy the whole lot, and then I'm going to trial it all out for you guys, because I think a Prequel skincare review, brand review, is long overdue. Their vitamin C I have tried, phenomenal. Their cleanser is really nice. Now, it's hard to get excited about a cleanser, I know, but I really genuinely love their cleanser. I think it's probably one of the best that I've tried. Absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, if you were going to, they're the ones I've tried. I'd like to try that lip balm. So, yeah, Amy, you need to be our guinea pig. Amy, you need to buy it, try it, and you can review it on behalf of the channel. that would be great. Ian, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you, and hopefully you're having a great Sunday. Borneo, great to see you too. Hope all is wonderful, and same to you, Adri. Great to see you guys. Scott says, happy Sunday, fun day to all. Sending good vibes. Sending good vibes to you, Scott. I appreciated that picture earlier of you in the Mad About Skin hoodie. Love that. The colour really suited you. I meant to message to say that. The colour really, really suited you. So definitely, Peptide Blue is your colour, Scott. Vanessa, great to see you, my love. I'm doing really well. It's been a lovely weekend here. Very sunny. It's been, apparently we're in like a heat wave in the UK. Heat wave by UK standards. It's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. And I think tomorrow or Tuesday is going to be the hottest day. So that's great. Everyone seems to be enjoying it out, you know, out and about. So yeah, I've just had a nice chill weekend, but lots of time outside, which is great. Let's see. Suzanne says, hi all. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. We finally got some sun. I know, Suzanne. Like, I feel like the whole of Europe is kind of sunny at the moment, which is nice. I've got family over in Gibraltar, and that's super sunny right now. Here in the UK it is. I know that it's kind of, the sun is going over towards the east as well. So enjoy the sun. Enjoy the sun. Fristenberg says, Rob, I need a Mad About Skin antioxidant cream. Are there any discount codes or promos I need to be aware of? Fristenberg, there are. Well, at the moment, if you spend £20 or more, this is literally today, you don't need a discount code, and put one of the super serum in your basket, you get it for free. So put what you want in your basket, as long as it's £20 equivalent or more. If you put one of the super serum in too, that'll show as free at the end of the checkout. The super serum can't count towards your £20, if that makes sense. So buy products totaling £20 or more, put a super serum in your basket. When you get to the checkout, it will show as free. We do also have, for the serums, I think this is closing tonight as well. I think it is. Let me have a look. It is. I'm pretty sure it is. We also have the YouTube discount. If you use the code YouTube, all capital letters, all one word, it's 25% off all the serum. So anything that's in a bottle, basically, from the antioxidant to the peel to the super serum, it's 25% off. That can't be used in conjunction with the other offer because we're just testing that. Hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe it does. If you've got questions, ask me. I think I tried to make sense with that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And I'll give you a shout out. Anyone that does order, by the way, with the free super serum, I'll give you a cheeky shout out during the live stream. Right, we have Steffi says, happy spring cleaning done Sunday. Oh, Steffi, great. We love to hear it. Spring cleaning is done. Now you can sit back, enjoy the live stream. Hopefully enjoy the live stream. Amanda, great to see you, my love. And Maria, same to you. In Austria, misread that wrong. Completely different part of the country, near to Australia. Austria had some sun too, which is fantastic. I am hopefully going to Austria later this year. Love, if everything comes off. Very, very exciting. Hells, great to see you, my love. Sending love to Cyprus, which is always sunny. Cyprus is just constantly sunny, which we love. Yeah, Luciana says, wish I could try the Prequel lip balm, but I'm in the EU, we can't buy here. I believe, though I might be wrong in this, because I don't work for the brand, I believe that they're going to be launching shipping to the UK imminently, like in the next couple of months. The EU will be delayed because the EU rules and regulations around VAT mess things up for brands, which is why a lot of brands don't launch in the EU, at least straight away. They might do later on, but not straight away. It's to do with VAT and things like that. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be launching in the UK imminently. And yeah, then we shall see. Let's have a look and see where we're at with everything. Fristenberg, thank you so much for your order. I did make sense then. I did make sense. And Fristenberg, I will, as you the first one to order on the live stream, I will pop you in the free serum to go with it, just because I feel like it's the sun shining, so it could be extra nice. Oh, and also thank you to Cherie, who has also ordered. And yes, Cherie, I'll pop a pump in for you. That's no problem whatsoever, I could do that. I could do that for you. So let's see where we are with the comments. Amy says, "Is Rob napping?" No, I was 5 minutes late. That's pretty standard. I was making a tea. I was actually making this cup of tea, and it's delicious. So no regrets, Amy. No regrets. Suzanne says, "Today was a great day for sunscreening. Kiddo has his La Roche-Posay child-friendly one, and we use a Mad Skin, looking just as pale as ever. Goals." Casper the Ghost goals right there, Suzanne. Absolutely love it. Maria says, "Hi Rob, I'd like to know if it makes sense to use the Anua, I can never pronounce that right, I think I have, Anua PDRN in the morning routine and then the VT PDRN in the evening, and does the VT light have a meaningful concentration of vitamin C?" It does. And so yes, the VT vitamin C works really, really well. Love it. And yes, you could use the Anua in the morning. You could use the VT in the evening. You can absolutely use PDRN twice a day. You don't want to use the VT one twice a day because you want to double up on the spicules if you're already using them in the vitamin C. But yeah, absolutely, you can do it that way, my love. No problem at all. Hell says, "Hi Rob, is there something in the CeraVe moisturizer that causes my non-sensitive skin to sting?" Yes. I know a lot of people have issue with CeraVe moisturizers. The amount of niacinamide in there is problematic for some people, not everyone, but for some people. And there's a lot of potentially irritating ingredients in them. I think people feel that CeraVe is like an easy product, like an easy product line for sensitive skin. It's not actually. A lot of their products aren't sensitive skin friendly, so you do have to kind of bear that in mind. It's not always the easiest. So yeah, that's likely. It's probably the volume of niacinamide, I would probably say, but it could be any number of any number of things. But yeah, I do know a lot of people that say that they don't get a lot of success with CeraVe with sensitive skin, which is kind of a shame because they do badge themselves as a sensitive skin friendly sensitive skin friendly brand, and they're kind of not. Not always. Oh, and did I just read that right? Say, also, would I be right in saying you're a month away from a huge birthday? Hells, we are not telling the world that. We are not ready to announce that, and we are certainly not announcing it to the world. But yes. Yes. My birthday's 27th of May. So literally, oh my gosh, is it the 27th? Yes, we are exactly a month away from my 28th birthday. If you believe that, you will believe anything. Let's have a look. Well remembered. Heather, great to see you, my love. Cody, great to see you too. Felicia, wonderful to have you. Suzanne said, of course, Rob pops in so nonchalantly, looking like a beam of light. I would like to say so. I don't know. I tried out the new Sunday Riley. It's not the new to me. I'd never used it before. Sunday Riley Good Genes lactic acid. I think it's too strong for me. I mean, my skin felt tight and sore for the longest time, and it's only just kind of getting back to normal. So yeah, radiant, but also a little bit tight. I don't know. I think maybe I used too much. Maybe I didn't use it with the right things. But there's something in there that just my skin did not agree with at all. So thank you, Suzanne. That's made me very happy. And thank you for all you guys that are checking out. We have a lot of people checking out on the Super Serum deal, which kind of gives me confidence that it's worked. Let's see. Yes, Michelle has checked out. This is good. It's worked. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. It is much appreciated. Let me have a look. I now know that it's actually worked, which, yeah, is all good. Let's just bring that back. Fabulous. Yes, so thank you, Michelle. And Jacqueline too. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your order. And Maria, also thank you very much. Oh, the orders are coming in thick and fast. So thank you guys. And shows that we're all set for our Mother's Day. So this is going to be our Mother's Day, our Mother's Day offer kind of thing. It's going to be the free serum. So kind of like a buy something for a loved one, and get something for you too is kind of the vibe, because I think we should all treat ourselves. Anyway, that's the theory behind it. I'm sure that will be done far better when the branding team do a proper newsletter about it. I'm not in branding for good reason. Mary, great to see you, my love. Thank you so much. And Disabled Plant Mum says good evening. Good evening to you. Hope you guys are amazing. Pandorable, great to see you, my love. And Teresa says, how am I? I am wonderful, Teresa. How are you? Hopefully you're good too. Sending lots of love to Georgia. Borneo said, thank you, Rob, for your answer about alpha lipoic acid. Actually, I noticed some irritation using serums with this active. So I love alpha lipoic acid. I think it's fantastic. But it can cause irritation for some. So it's always one of those ingredients that's worth looking out for and making sure you're not overusing or using if your skin doesn't. I loved it. When The Ordinary did their alpha lipoic acid, it was one of my go-tos. They discontinued it because a lot of people experience sensitivity. Was one of the main reasons they discontinued it, which was a shame. But yeah, it doesn't work for everyone. So Bonio, you are more than welcome. Adina, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you, and same to you, Elle. Tony says, hi from Sydney, Australia. We're sending love to Sydney and sending lots of love to Australia, because it is like somewhere in the middle of the night for you guys, or very early in the morning. So sending you lots of love for the dedication. Iraglobe, great to have you, my love. How have you been? How have you been? Says, I'm back from Japan and got my beautiful tattoo. I missed a few lives, but YouTube doesn't remind me anymore. Sometimes YouTube reminds... It's very random and sporadic with how YouTube actually reminds people that live streams are on. I don't know how their algorithm works. It's very confusing. Our live streams are growing all the time. Like, they're getting busier and busier and busier every single week. But I know a lot of people say they missed out, they didn't get the notification. I don't know how YouTube does it. But you're not the only one that has said that. So I will raise it with them, see if there's anything they can do. But yeah, what's the tattoo of then? I would love to know. You'll have to let us know. What is the tattoo of? I'm sure it looks absolutely gorgeous. And welcome back. Courtney says, hello from a Canadian currently travelling in Ireland. Sending love to Ireland. Via Canada. Anita says, if I haven't watched you in months, what do I need to know? What's important in your line and overall in the skincare world? First of all, if you haven't watched us in months, where have you been? We've missed you. What's new? So we've had a couple of new launches from The Ordinary. Both are really popular. Their Radiance Serum seems to be getting a lot of hype online. I liked it. I did a review on it. I liked it with a few caveats. It's just not as good as their Growth Factor Serum, which for me is like the best out there. What else? In terms of the Mad About Skin line, we launched the Copper Peptide Serum, which already sold 85% of the stock. Which is like mind blown. I don't know how that happened. We have more being made as we speak, but I don't know how that happened. What else do we have going on in skincare world? The SkinCeuticals patent fell off their C-ferulic vitamin C, which means the dupes floodgates have opened, which I'm thrilled about. It means we can get a lot of affordable dupes for what is a really good vitamin C, but quite bougie. So that's quite exciting. I would say that's a good summary of like the big ticket kind of items and things going on in the skincare world, I would say. I would guess. So let's see. Arwa says, I hope I pronounced that right, says, hi Rob, have you tried the microinfusion systems like Cure? I have. Tried the Cure one. Is it Qua Cure? That one. And really, really liked it. I'm still not a big fan of like microneedling. It's not my number one favourite thing to do, but I would say that is probably the best one that I've used. I like that it's easy to apply. It's not going to risk too much damage to the skin. I think it's probably the best of that style of system. Luciana says, when is the Geek and Gorgeous sunscreen coming out? I believe July. I believe. But I might be wrong with that. Like I say, I don't work for the brand, so I don't know. I believe July. Scott says, the new skincare for me. I picked up the VT PDRN Essence Stick Balm. Love the packaging. It's been making my skin glow. Right, I'm looking at that now. I can't bear to not... I have intense fear of missing out. So let me have a look at that, Scott, and I am probably going to order one. I have the worst fear of missing out. Let's see. Oh, that does look nice. And the price point's really good as well. I do love the Korean skincare. The price point always seems really fair, which I love. So, Scott, you've convinced me. I am going to get one and give it a go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get one and... yeah, and give it a go. So thank you, Scott. You've influenced me. Dr. Cynthia says, hello from New York. Sending lots of love to New York. Hope all is amazing with you. Globby says, I'll be in London from the 8th to the 11th of May for James and Robert Welsh. Of course, they're having their like meet and greet thing, which I have got tickets to. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know what it's going to be about, but I did buy a ticket. Mainly just to show support. London's actually a bit of a faff for me to get to. I've got to kind of go... I've got to travel quite far. But I thought, oh yeah, we'll show support, see what it's all about. So I've got a ticket. So I will see you there. Let's see. I think there were only like, it's not a huge event. I think there was like 300 tickets sold. I think I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I think there were like 300. So it's going to be quite an intimate thing, which I quite like. I think that's quite a nice setup. So yeah, if anyone else is going, let me know. Frisbee says Scott and Amy always have the best product recommendations. They really do, like really good recommendations. And they always have the gossip before I do. I don't know how they know things. The all-seeing skincare eye, the pair of them. Tanya, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. And Suzanne says maybe they already have another sunscreen in stock, but it's taking longer to manufacture. They probably don't want to release both because, you know, the American version couldn't compare. I hope that they come out. I don't think this is going to be a slam dunk like the other new launches, because I think people outside of the US just want more from the sunscreen. So I think if I was them, I would have come out with a US sunscreen and a rest of the world sunscreen at the same time. Maybe they are doing things. I know that they're putting a sunscreen through Australian verification now, and I believe that's a different sunscreen to the serum one for the US market. So I think they are probably coming out with another sunscreen. I don't have proof of that, but I would suggest they probably are. Which is good, which is definitely good. Pandorable, microcurrent gains are only temporary. This is kind of my issue with the microcurrent devices. I'm fully on board with red light though. Let's see. Gargoyle Kitten says, can I just say I'm absolutely obsessed with your peptide serum. How did I live before it? Thanks for you. Thank you very much. That's really, really kind. I am very, very heartened by all the love for the peptide. It really does mean the world to me. I can't believe how many we've sold. Like, it's been launched 2 months now, and we've basically sold through the initial stock, which honestly mind blown. And today we sold out of the sunscreen. Everything's just kind of taken off all at once, which no complaints. I'm very, very blessed. But yeah, the sunscreen has now sold out. We have a new batch coming in about 2 weeks time, so it will be, so if you're watching this and you wanted to stock up on the sunscreen, put an email across to us at the contact us section of the website. Put an email across and I will add you to the wait list and let you know the second it's back. So yeah, it will only be like 2 weeks, but yeah. So that kind of went mad, and we've got the large size sunscreen, the 200ml sunscreen coming, which is kind of excited too. But thank you so much, Gargoyle. That is so very kind of you. Let's see where we are. Why things aren't. Let me. Where? Oh, I think. Let me have a look. I'm hoping that I haven't messed up. Let me just have a look. Let's just check the code is working. See. So Michelle, thank you for yours. Yes, it looks like the code is working. Let me just find out and see. Let me just find out and see. Make sure that it is working. Because J Rush says, try to order now, it's not working. Let's see. Let me just double check it is, which is kind of the reason we're doing it before the Mother's Day thing, just to make sure everything is going out. And let me just double check for everyone. Let's see. I believe everything is working. Just going to go through and have a look. Add the done. So it should, it should be working. So if you want to take advantage of the free serum offer, basically all you need to do is put items into your basket to the value of £20 or whatever the equivalent is, or more, and then put a super serum in as well. When you check out, the super serum will show as free. That's all you need to do. I've just done it for myself and it's worked, so it's definitely working, I promise you guys. So yeah, that's all you need to do. Hopefully, if anyone has any problems, let me know, and we'll see. So Pandora says, I'm early for a change. I am. I don't know how I'm... no, I wasn't early. I was late. ISTJ girl says, hi, I like your channel. A skincare routine for oily skin. I'm doing this. You've read my mind. I'm doing a skincare routine for oily skin in the next week. I am super oily. It kind of makes sense. So I'm going to be filming an oily skin routine for that. So hopefully that'll help you guys. See, I think I've missed some of the comments. I think I've missed some of the comments. I'm really sorry if I have. YouTube kind of cut me off. Tiffany, so if I've skipped your comment, it's not me being rude, just leave it again and I will get to it. Tiffany says, I finished your sunscreen and I was wearing another in my stash. I stopped getting compliments on my skin. Everyone said I looked glowy and had glass skin with yours. Now nothing. Oh, Tiffany, that makes me so happy to know it works so well for you. Thank you so much. That genuinely means the world to me. Thank you. Luciana says, Rob, how come Mad About Skin can ship everywhere around the world but Prequel can't? So annoying. US brands are generally US centric. I think it depends what a brand wants to do. We decided to go international on day one, which actually created a lot of stress, a lot of drama. It was a lot of effort. I see why brands do start like more local and then spread out from there. Now we've got through all the teething issues, it's great and it works really, really well, but it can be a little bit of a double-edged sword launching internationally. Personally, I find I can only speak as a brand owner myself, that the European Union are the most difficult market to sell into. And that's like just because of their rules and regulations around VAT and duties and charges and things like that. The EU are really difficult to work with. Rest of the countries are pretty easy, with the exception of a few, are pretty easy. So I'm not surprised that a lot of brands do everywhere except the EU, because that takes a lot of extra work that you have to do behind the scenes. We did it beforehand and there were some teething issues, but it kind of worked out and now it's quite smooth. But again, I understand why brands don't launch internationally on day one. I wish they did though, because there's nothing worse than seeing a product that you really love and then, oh, you can't buy it, which kind of, yeah, it's a bit frustrating. Andrew, thank you so much for your order. For your free serum that will be on its way to you. So thank you so much. Hello, Sonia. Great to see you, my love. Tom says, just looked at the discounts. Thank you so much, Tom. As always, Tom is on it. I know that I can always rely on him. So he said it's all sorted. If Tom says it's sorted, I mess up. Tom doesn't. So if Tom says it's sorted, it's sorted. And Laurie, thank you so much for your order too. That is so kind. Really appreciate it. And the free serum is coming to you guys. You don't need a code. If you just spend £20 or more on items, you will get the free serum. And then just make sure that the serum is in your basket and it'll show us free at the checkout. Robin, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. So good to see you. Pandorable says CeraVe and Cetaphil, anecdotally a bit hit or miss. They are. I mean, I would say that anyone can be irritated by anything in skincare. So when a brand says sensitive skin friendly, I always think that's a bit of a double-edged sword, because nothing is going to suit everybody, and so I think sometimes brands set themselves up for failure. I would say, like with my own skincare brand, all the products, with the exception of the chemical peel gel, are gentle, so would suit a range of skin types. However, I would never say sensitive skin friendly, because I don't want to set up for, failure. I think they will generally suit most skin types, but everyone's unique. And so, for example, my skin is resilient. I can use whatever I want on my skin. If I go too hard on vitamin C, absolutely horrendous. So there's like different things will trigger different people's skin. Caitlin, great to see you all, said. Caitlin says, my 10-year-old is desperate to start using face creams because all her friends do it at school. I've got her a very basic day SPF 50 sunscreen. We're in Australia, so have high UV. So first of all, a great place to start. I'd also crack on with a cleanser. I don't think there is anything wrong with a nice, gentle cleanser at any age. Obviously pick something that's gentle and not packed full of actives. But, you know, for example, again, I can only speak for my own brand. The Mad About Skin Cleanser, this could be used on skin, you know, that's 10, 8, 9, 10 people that want like a product for themselves and want to use it. There's nothing in there that's going to be problematic. So you can absolutely do that. Same with the moisturizer. You can get a really nice, gentle moisturizer and that'll work. Serums are a little bit harder because they have other things in them, you know, because serums generally have actives in them. That's the point of them. So serums can be a little bit more difficult to kind of make it work. But I would definitely say, you know, a moisturizer and a cleanser and sunscreen, you can use at any age, providing you choose the right ones. Hopefully that helps. I'm trying to think of a serum that is kind of good for all ages. It's difficult. I think once you start getting into like the whole puberty, 12, 13, acne, hormones kind of stage, then is kind of the time to ramp it up with some other serums that actively target whatever concerns you have. 10 might be a little bit early to start on anything like that, but a good cleanser, a good moisturizer, a good SPF, absolutely kind of timeless. Anyone can use them. Yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Big thank you to Dawn for your order. First order as well, so thank you so much, Dawn. Got your free serum, which we love. Thank you ever so much. Really appreciate it. And hopefully that made sense for you, Caitlin. If it didn't, let me know, and I'll clarify. ISTJ girl says, if moisturizer makes my face sting or red and vanishing, is it good? No. If something stings, if something burns, I always say skip it. Generally, things that burn aren't doing your skin any favors, unless it's like an exfoliator that you're kind of expecting to do that, because it's a high potency exfoliator. Things shouldn't sting, they shouldn't burn, and they shouldn't leave redness. You know, sometimes when I'm massaging a product into the skin, my skin goes a little bit red because it's getting that blood flow going, but that disappears like that. If you've got redness after the routine, it probably means there's something in there that's irritating. So I would step back and I wouldn't use it. Yeah, Tom says moisturizer shouldn't make your skin sting. There's something in it that the skin doesn't like. It's probably something simple as well, like niacinamide, or it might be a specific preservative, or just something that your skin doesn't like. It's quite normal. Let's see. Luciana says, how old will we be next month? That would be telling. That would be telling, Luciana. I'm saying nothing. I feel very old. I feel like when I bend down to like drop my keys, bent down, I was like, oh dear, things crack that didn't crack before. Disabled Platform says, no, the sun lotion is sold out. Rob, why? I know. We tried to manufacture as quick as possible, but it'll be back in 2 weeks. It will be back, and literally it's on its way to being filled now. So it is on its way. I promise. So don't worry, it will be back. And yeah, it's going quicker than ever. So I guess maybe the warm weather, the UK sunscreen market seems to have just exploded now. I think the warm weather, everyone's just decided to buy. So we were taken a little bit unawares, but in the best possible way. But it will be back, I promise. Don't fear. Andrew, Terry and Alina, thank you so much for your orders. You guys are amazing. Much appreciated. Sarah said, so ISTJ girl says, the dermatologist gave me the moisturizer. It's fine. You know what? I think dermatologists are experts in the field, but they don't know everything about your individual skin. And they'll recommend a product based on what they think will work. And if it doesn't work, it's fine to go back to them and say, this isn't working. It's irritating my skin, or I'm not getting the results I want. It's okay. You know, they're experts. They're not infallible. So I would say if a product that your dermatologist recommended isn't working for you, that's okay. Just go back and say, this isn't working for me. Cynthia, thank you so much for your order. Much appreciated. Sarah says, would you say vitamin C 20% could tinge a little? Yes, yeah. If you're using a high potency active, especially if it's new to your routine, you might get a little prickling, tingling. That's normal, but it should disappear. If it's still tingling or burning like 10 minutes later, no. But yes, I think I would always say just use what I like to call like our skincare common sense. If something's new and it's high potency and you get a bit of prickling, that's okay, as long as it disappears. If your skin's still burning 5 minutes later, no. No, and burning, it should never be. Tingling and prickling's fine, burning, absolutely not. J. Ross said, just odd, but it didn't look like it was free. If you let me know what... Obviously, I don't know your name from that. I can fix it for you. So just drop us an email at the contact us section of the website. I can definitely. I know. I've worked out your name from your email. Let me have a look and sort that. That's absolutely fine. Let me just do that now for you. While I remember. Done. That's fine. Fixed for you, so you should have got a notification through that's all been fixed for you. Sorry about that, I don't know what happened, but it's all done. It's fixed for you, my love, all done. Maria, great to... What's Maria? Let's have a look. Again, Maria, if you have a look, if you email at the contact us section of the website, I will have a look for you after the live stream. Robin says, hi, Tom, Scott and Suzanne. Robin, you're all amazing. I've been a bit missing in action due to some water damage in the living room. Focusing on skincare has been helping. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully you've got that fixed. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. And hopefully you've been able to get that fixed. We're sending you lots and lots of love. Camille says, hi Rob, you're so positive and inspiring. Oh, thank you. What serum do you recommend to use with microcurrent? I love, one thing I really like. Let's see if I've got it. Oh, I have. One thing I really like is this. This is the Medicube PDRN Booster Gel. This is great to use with microcurrent because it stays slippy forever. So it's great to use microcurrent, and it's got PDRN, so it's anti-aging too. That's what I would recommend. It's the gel. They do a serum, but get the gel if you're using it with the microcurrent. It is so good. Jill, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. And Angela says, which of the Korean websites are still selling unaltered sunscreens for the US? I don't believe any are. I might be wrong. I know that Stylevana aren't, and I'm pretty sure that Yes Style aren't. Maybe Olive Young still are, I'm not sure, but definitely the two big ones aren't. Dr. Cynthia says, I was wondering how the Mad About Skin Copper Peptide Serum is different from the Geek and Gorgeous Power Peptides. Would using both be redundant? Oh, good question. So they are different. I love both. I've got the Geek and Gorgeous one somewhere. So the Geek and Gorgeous peptides are actually different to the ones in the Mad About Skin peptide. So they complement each other quite well. So you could use them together and you get the extra benefits. They won't be redundant because you're not doubling up. I'd say that the Mad About Skin ones are focused more on using peptides to boost collagen. I would say that the Geek and Gorgeous ones have a peptide which does boost collagen. It's pro-collagen peptide, but it also has some that target hydration and evening out the skin tone. So it depends. I think if your number one concern is aging, go for the Mad About Skin one. If you want an all-round peptide experience, then the Geek and Gorgeous one's best. Using the two together is absolutely fine though. I do. I can never get enough peptides. Ifley, hope I pronounced that right, said, I have a question. You've come to the right place. I'm looking for a facial oil for facial massage. Can you recommend one? Well, in theory, any facial oil will work. Are you looking for an active one? Or are you looking for a plain one? So, for example, the Mad About Skin facial oil has retinol in it, which is an anti-aging ingredient. So that's an active-based one. So that would allow you to do facial massage and your retinoid at the same time. But you don't want to do that if you're going to be rinsing it off and then putting skincare on afterwards. So if you are going to rinse it off, I would go for the fermented rosehip seed oil, which is by The Ordinary. And I love that. I know Tom, that's on the live as well, absolutely loves that one. It's a really nice product. That's a really good general facial oil. They would be my recommendations. Vanessa says, no, 85% already gone. I still haven't got my hands on the copper peptide serum. Vanessa, don't you worry. I've got you sorted. You do not need to worry at all. Not one bit. Hell says, my friend just got back from Germany and I bought the 0.2 Geek and Gorgeous Retinol. Can't wait to test it out. It's so good. Love that product. Love it. It said, hi from Toronto. I purchased Shop here last month and it works great. Amazing. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. It's always nice to get the feedback when something's working. Thank you so much. Adina said, do you think Allies Skin is worth the price tag? Now, I always think when people say, is something worth the price tag, it's a little bit difficult because different people have different budgets. So if you're Kim Kardashian, your budget is very different to somebody that is on a much more limited budget. So I think you always have to put your own budget into perspective. And I would say never overpay beyond what you can afford on skincare because it's not worth it. That'll cause you stress, which will cause you aging. You don't need it. If you have the money to invest in skincare, I think Allies of Skin offer more for that extra money. So in that sense, I do think they're worth it. If you're on a limited budget and you don't have a lot of money to spend on skincare, I don't think it's worth it. Drugstore will still have some great products. So it depends. I think their lip balm, which I always have on me, I've got it here, I always have on me, is amazing. I think this is an absolutely phenomenal product. It's £15, which I think is good for a lip balm that lasts forever. I think their growth factors is great. It depends. It depends on what your individual budget is. But I would just say, I don't want anyone to think they have to spend Allies of Skin prices to get results. You don't. There's a lot of other brands that will deliver you results without Allies of Skin prices. Hopefully that answers the question. Suzanne says, the Mad About Skin Copper Peptide has been a phenomenal addition to my nighttime routine. I'm so grateful to have it back. Yay! Suzanne, thank you so much, my love. Thank you. Lana says, hi Rob, thank you for the stream. My pleasure. Thanks for joining. I'm just stopping to say hi. I'll watch it later. Do you have a question though? Fire away. Could you please review more products from Niche Beauty Lab? Oh, yes. Yes. Is my answer to that is yes. I absolutely love Niche Beauty Lab. I love their product. I love everything that they offer. It is one of my favourite brands of all time. I don't need to be asked to do it. I would gladly do it. I think I'm going to be trying next some Theramid products. I have quite a few things from Theramid that are on the go at the moment, so I'm going to be trying them, which I'm quite excited about. I'd say that's probably the best of the sublines that they've got. But yes, I will be definitely trying them. So let me know, guys, if you want to see more like Niche Beauty Lab content. I would happily do that. Pandora said copper peptides at the appropriate concentration should be blue. Yes. No, not always. So the type of copper peptide will matter. The formula matters. Whether things are encapsulated matters. Yeah. I would never buy a copper peptide serum based on the darkness of the blue. Some brands will alter the color as well. That's something that a lot of shady brands do, which I personally don't like colorants in products, so I wouldn't go for that, but some do that. So no, I wouldn't rely just on the coloration because there's so many things that can impact that. The type of copper peptide used being the number one thing, because some of them do have a deeper coloration, some of them lighter one. It will all absolutely depend. But it doesn't mean that one particularly works better than the other. They all have their different benefits. Scott says, FOMO strikes again. Always, Scott. Always love a bit of FOMO. I live for the FOMO. Maria says, I was not so keen on the inky ingredients of Cure. No, I did get some good results. It was nice and hydrating, and it definitely plumped out the skin. So I got some good results with it. It was just a bit faffy. I'm not someone that sits down and does a treatment like that. Let's see. Tom says, yeah, if you've got any questions about your order or anything, Tom says to email in using the contact us section of the website, www.madaboutskincare.com. Absolutely. Because that way it can actually be dealt with properly. So definitely do that, and I'll make sure it's dealt with quickly. Courtney says, what will Mad About Skin be launching next? Oh, I have... Will you guys forgive me if I run upstairs very quickly and get the 2 new launch things that I've got? Would that be alright? Bear with me, I'll be back in literally 2 seconds. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, what we're launching next are these 2. So, these are the lab samples of the lip balms. Ignore the tub size. These aren't the size tubs that they're coming in. The plain, I don't want to call it plain because that undersells it. The fragrance aroma-free one will be coming in the next month. The flavoured ones are coming probably a month later-ish. It depends. Probably a month later. That's what we're aiming for. So, yeah. These, I'm so happy. I am so happy. I was really nervous what they would be like, because We've never done a scented product. I don't think skincare needs to be scented, but people like scented lip balms, so I want it. So we have the cherry scented one, but it's more than cherry. It's like this. Is so good, so good. It's the original. If you remember the lip balm that was the original, yeah. Do you guys remember the original lip balm as was? It's that same formula, but with a natural cherry scent, and it smells so good. It's not that like, you know, my first lip balm cherry, you know, the My Little Pony Care Bear lip balm thing, where everything smelled really artificial. It's natural. It smells so good and edible. It's just like absolutely amazing. And it's just really nice. And then we've got the vanilla, which is just really subtle. It's just a nice, subtle, like, natural vanilla. It's really nice. I mean, my favourite is the cherry. If you like a little bit more of a punch to the scent, the cherry, the vanilla is just natural. Anyway, we're going to do a set with the three if people are interested. But the cherry is actually amazing. And it's the original lip balm. So if you like the original, you will love this. And it lasts all day. Like, not the cherry, obviously, but the lip balm benefits last all day. So you just put this on. So good. I absolutely love it. Can't get enough of it. Yeah, it's really cherry. But it's like a rich cherry. It's like a Black Forest Gatto cherry, not like a cheap, nasty fairground cherry. So good. I put it on, pat it in, and done. Absolutely my favourite. So yeah, that's what's coming next. People excited? What do people think? Are we team vanilla or cherry? I'm team cherry. It just smells so good, so good. And the original fragrance-free one will be available. So if you want the original, it's still available. We're not doing that. I hate it when brands like do mess around with things. The original is still there. It's just the extra. It just is so nice. It's so nice. Jill, thank you so much for your order, my love. Thank you. So, free serum on its way to you. So yeah, Courtney, that's what's coming next. I am very excited, very excited. Adorable said, I think the top concentration of copper peptides that are in the therapeutic window are 3%. Yeah, you don't really want to go more than 3% because then you risk irritation. So 3% is kind of maximum that studies say actually works. ISTJ said, what are the ingredients in creams we should avoid? It depends. It completely depends on your skin. I would say don't overdo it with fragrance and colorants. Like, it's fine to have some fragrance in your skincare. It's fine to have some colour in your skincare if you'd like. But don't overdo it and have too much because then that could cause irritation. That's the only thing really that universally applies. And interestingly, this cherry lip balm is clear. And the reason, I know most brands make their cherry lip balm that red colour. I want it clear because A, natural, I don't think we should have too much colourants and things. And I don't want to distort the colour of the lip. So you can use that and then use a lip product, like a tint or whatever, over the top of it if you wanted. Alma says, I have a quick question for copper peptides. I've noticed that some serums like the Medicate liquid peptide claim to contain copper peptides but are clear. I was under the impression that any product containing copper peptides should have a blue tint. No, absolutely not. So it does depend on the form of copper peptides that you use. It depends on the base formulation. It depends on 1,000,001 encapsulation. So the Naturium peptide, for example, has copper peptides in, but it's clear because of the encapsulation. That changes the coloration. It depends. It absolutely depends. I wouldn't never judge a copper peptide on the colour because I think you're going to be disappointed and risk overpaying. Some are, some aren't. So no, the Medicate one, for example, clear but contains copper peptides. It's great. The main thing is the delivery mechanisms there to get the product into your skin so you can actually get the benefits. That's the main thing. But a really good question, one that I know a lot of people get live. Beautissimo said, I had no idea you were live. I didn't get the notification. I know YouTube are very random with the notifications. They send them out to some, they don't to others. I'm very sorry about that. I am very sorry about that. I can't. I wish I controlled YouTube. I'd be very rich. Let's see. Tom says, regards to it, send a message. Let's see. Let's have a look and see where am I with the chat. Maria says, let's see. Suzanne said, I want to get other people into the Mad About Skin products, and the sunscreen is the best place to start. Sunscreens, I always think if a brand can do a sunscreen well, That's always a good sign. That's always a good sign for me. Irregardless says, hope to see you there, Rob. That would be so great. It would make my trip to London unique. My tattoo is cherry blossoms. Love it. And 2 paw prints of my cats. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I love the idea of that. That's really, really nice. And I hope to see you at the James Welsh event. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. I can't remember where my seats are. I think I'm sat quite far back. Pandora said, not cosmetic chemist, so don't know if other ingredients of the product could affect the colour. It is. It goes into a million one thing goes into anything. Shazza said, good evening, Rob. Hope all is okay. Great to see your jolly self. Thank you, Shazza. Great to see you too, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. Let me just find where I am in the chat. Let's have a look. See. Oh, hopefully I haven't missed anyone out. YouTube is a bit glitchy today, so sometimes I'm missing the comments. I'm going to keep going through, but if I missed your comment, just drop it again. I'm really sorry. It's not me being rude. YouTube has just been a bit glitchy. Dekia says, hi Rob, growth factors and numbers in 9 NAD essence in the same routine. Yes, absolutely, you can use those together. You can use them with everything. Growth factors don't need to be complicated. You can use them with everything. I would definitely say the only thing to be maybe careful of is high strength exfoliates at the same time. Everything else is absolutely fine, my love. Marcus said, CeraVe moisturising cream causes my skin to sting if I use it after a hot shower, but other times it doesn't. This is the other thing. I think all our skin is unique. The way it reacts is unique. So it's always worth like noting these things so you can kind of know what to do right for you, if that makes sense. Jessica says, does anyone get any tricks to get the Mad About Skin antioxidant cream out? It looks like there's loads in the bottle. Well, actually, because people want to get to the very last drop, and I get you, I am the same. I am absolutely the same products. We are going to be moving the Mad About Skin antioxidant to a tube so that people can cut the top off and get, because it's a cream, it's hard to tap out the last bits, and I hate waste and I don't want anyone wasting product. So we will actually be moving to a tube so people can snip off the top and get the product out. That'll be coming imminently. We're waiting for it, but it'll be coming imminently. So Jessica, hopefully that really works. Hopefully that helps. Alina said, just made my first purchase. Thank you so much, my love. It means the world to me. You're a superstar. Tiffany says, does it have to be the moisturizer that's making the skin stink? Could be other broken skin barrier. Absolutely. If you use things on a broken skin barrier, definitely can impact how a product performs. Padova said, it's hard to say. People are only saying moisturizer because they mentioned it. It's true. Dawn says, worked for me. Amazing. Thank you so much. Christenberg says, I screw the top off and use the thing as a scraper. This is true. People shouldn't have to do that, which is why we're moving it to a tube, but that is also a good hack. Wagstaff says, Wagstaff says it's dangerous to promote the idea that derms are not infallible. Not infallible. So yeah, look, everyone, I think, I have a derm that I work with and is amazing and has supported me through my skincare journey and given me so much understanding of the things I'm using. But, sometimes the things that she recommends don't work for me. I try it, doesn't work. I go back and say this didn't work. She says, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? We'll try something different. And that's fine. Sometimes it is kind of trial and error. It's not all about having to get it right first time. There is always going to be trial and error, so I agree. Let's see. Pandora says, products derms recommend probably work for most. This is true. Works for most. I think that's a good term, like works for most. Jacqueline, I've sorted it out for you, my love. So let's see. Matt, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. And Tanny says, Rob, the Mad About Skin sunscreen has been my favourite since it launched. Recently, I gave a tube to my 16-year-old niece. She called me yesterday raving about it, and of my sister, her mum, using it now too. That is so good. Team sunscreen for the win. Thank you so much. Oh, that makes me so happy I'm beaming. That makes me so happy to read. You guys are amazing. Jacqueline says, thank you. I'm so excited to try your products. Bummed that the SPF was sold out. I know. We are working to get it back. Mainly because I only have half a tube left, so it better be back soon. Pandora says, I mentioned it last stream, but I'm really loving the Skin 1004 Pro Biotica line. I've actually got it on order. I've tried a couple of things. Really looking forward to it. Borneo, thank you so much for joining. Hope you have an amazing evening and all is wonderful with you. Thinker, Dreamer, Sketcher, Spy. Love that name. I absolutely love that name. I said, I received my Mad About Skin order for the last live. Oh, amazing. So, but question of how to use it: 2 pumps. It comes with a dropper, 2 full droppers. So I would use no, I would use the equivalent of about 4 drops is enough to do the average size face and neck. 4 drops is more than enough, and hopefully that helps. Yeah, I use 4 drops to do my whole face because it's quite potent. I don't like wasting product. So 4 drops will do the whole face and neck. Just enough that you feel like it's spread across. That would be a great question, and thank you so much for your order. I'm so glad it's working. Yeah, I'm loving Skin 1004 as a skincare brand. I'm loving so much. Oh, Tom says as well, yeah, I use 4 drops on my face and neck. Tom, same wavelength. We're using the same amount. I do. I tend to use, I use it on my scalp as well. Copper peptides are great on the scalp to promote hair growth. And I use probably half a dropper on my scalp, and then I use 4 drops on my face and neck. I'm not sure if that's the right amount to use on the scalp or not. That's what I work on. Yeah, that's kind of what I work on. So let's see. Where am I? ISTJ girl said, did you get your skincare routine from a doctor or by yourself? So I worked it out by myself through trial and error, but I do have a dermatologist that I have worked with in the past, and I have like a regular mole checkup with her once a year. She prescribes me my Tret that I'm a bit on and off with, but she's been really helpful with that. So yeah, I think it depends. You can do it either way. Sarah says, what's the best thing for flaky skin? I would say if you've got flaky skin, work out what's causing the flaking. Is it just generally that you have dry skin? That's fine, some people do. Or is it a thing that's causing it? Because if it's something flaky skin can often be a symptom of an impaired barrier function. So maybe you're using too harsh actives, maybe that's reacting. Is there a thing that's causing it, and can you cut that out and that'll make it easier? If it's just naturally your skin happens to be a bit flaky, regular exfoliation will help. Go for something light and gentle like lactic acid, which hydrates at the same time. And using a nice balm before bed. Always go for a nice balm. Hopefully that helps. Ben says 2 full droppers of the copper peptide lot. I think people have been going lavish, and it's an affordable product, so if people want to use a lot, they can absolutely use a lot. That's absolutely fine. 4 drops for the face and the neck is all you need. If you want to use more, use more. There's no harm. It's not going to do any harm to use anymore. I just try to minimize product use. Sarah, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Let's see. Becky says, thanks Tom, I thought I missed yesterday's live. I'm glad I caught this live. Yeah, sometimes, so I put a little note up to say if we're not doing a Saturday, if it's moving to Sunday. YouTube doesn't always send it out to everyone. It's a little hit and miss. So I do my best. But it can be a little hit and miss because it will depend on who YouTube sends it out to and all of that. But yeah, I always try and make sure as many people as possible know if we are kind of moving the date. Let's see. Becky says, when are the lip balms coming? Imminently. I'm not going to give a date because then I've learned through this in the past. People hold me to that date and then dates slip. Imminently. So the fragrance-free one, which is going to be called the Rescue Balm, because you can use it on the lips, the face, you can use it to slug on the face, on the elbows. That's going to be coming out probably in the next month, and then the flavoured lip balms are coming out after that. Suzanne said, yes, my dearest balm from the heavens is coming back. Don't worry, Suzanne, I will be sending one as soon as I have it. It's coming your way. Leslie says, oh, you're on, thank you. Sarah is vanilla, Suze is cherry. Pandora said, any basic skincare routine with exfoliating a couple of times a week should make things soft. True, and that can definitely help. Wax just says team original for sure. I think that I'm fully expecting the original to probably end up being the bestseller because I think people loved it before. It was always our bestseller before, so hopefully that same love transfers over. Frisbee says, I need both, team cherry and vanilla for sure. Tom says, team cherry without smelling or tasting it. I think, Tom, I know you. I think we'll both be team cherry, I guarantee. Jess says, is Tazarotene or Tretinoin better for anti-aging? Both of them are prescription strength. Generally speaking, the Dermatologist online consensus seems to be that both deliver the same anti-aging results, but Tazarotene is less sensitizing, so better. So generally, most derms I've seen online have said that Tazarotene is better than Tretinoin. Same results, less sensitivity, so that's obviously a win. However, both are prescription strength, so I would say if you're thinking of going on to them, or if you're thinking of changing, speak to your prescriber, because they're the ones that know you, your skin, they're the professionals. So I would say ask that question of your prescriber, but the general online derm consensus seems to be that Tazarotene is better than Tretinoin, and is kind of, you could see in like the sales volumes and this shift, a lot of people are shifting from Tretinoin to Tazarotene. Same results, less irritation. So there does seem to be a shift, but I would say if something's prescribed to you, always go back to your prescriber and ask that question, because they're the ones that know you, know your history. It just kind of makes sense. Lottie says, you mentioned Nip Fab peptides. I do like that product. When do you use it in a routine? Early on. That's the sort of product you want to use just after cleansing for the best results. Think a Dreamer Sketcher Spices. I hate vanilla, so Team Cherry. Fab. Absolutely fab. Let's see. Becky says, I need to reorder. Any special discount during this live? Yes. So Becky, at the moment we're testing our Mother's Day. This is going to be our Mother's Day offer. We're testing it at the moment, so until midnight. If you buy £20 or whatever the dollar equivalent of that is, £20 worth of product, and you put a super serum into your basket, at checkout the super serum is free. So you'll get a free super serum with every order over £20 or the equivalent. All you need to do is make sure that the super serum is in your basket, and then it'll show as free. So hopefully that helps. If you didn't want the serum, if you use the code YouTube, capital letters, all one word, YouTube, that'll get you 25% off any of the products and bottles, so any of the serum-based products. Hopefully that helps, Becky. Lottie says, Nip Plug Copper Peptides, when would you use it? Early on, straight after after cleansing. Jacqueline says, I'm using encapsulated retinol by Allies Skin. I love that one. Can I use your super serum with it? Absolutely. Also, since the copper peptides are encapsulated, can that be combined with vitamin C? Yes, yes, and triple yes. You can absolutely use the Mad About Skin peptides with vitamin C. You can use the super serum with any retinoid, because it uses a vitamin C derivative, so it hasn't got a super high irritancy. So you can use this with any product you want. Makes it super simple. Super simple. Yukio says, your copper peptide series is amazing in all aspects. I bought 2 additional bottles. As my dry sensitive skin can't tolerate retinoids or vitamin C, peptides and growth factors are my star. This is true. If you can't do vitamin C or tretinoin, don't panic. There are other things that will give anti-aging benefit without side effects. So thank you, and it just makes me so happy that it's working so well for you, my love. I am so bored. Says, hi, I love your channel. I was going to say, I hope that's not a reflection on our channel. If I decided to buy your copper peptide serum, can I use it with my CosRX peptide serum, or use one in the morning and one at night time? Oh, great question. So you can use the two together. So they're compatible. You can use the two together to get some extra benefit. If you just wanted to use one at a time, I would use the Mad About Skin one in the evening, because you can use it with retinoids and things. I would use the CosRX one in the morning, because you can't. Hopefully that will help. Pandora says, I often double up copper peptides with the CosRX and have no issues. Yeah, this is true. You can definitely... Peptides are very forgiving. You can use multiple, and usually you'll get additional benefit. Not always, but usually you will get additional benefit. Putissimo says, okay, now I have more to add to my list to wait for. Pandora says, retinol is not as powerful as prescription, so the gains will be longer, but they're still there. Absolutely. Becky says, yes, Mad About Skin products good to the last drop. I don't waste them. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. Wagstaff said, I made a joke in flammable, not infallible. Sorry, I didn't go over with a couple of people. I just got that. I skim read it. Yeah, I got that, Wagstaff. Definitely, it hit with me. Tom says, would you consider putting the peeling gel in a tube as well? Do you know what? Good question, Tom. Never say never. Generally speaking, people like Vasta, everyone wants everything in a bottle, then everyone wants everything in a tube, and then it's quite hard to kind of see what works best. I think because the antioxidant is a thicker cream, it works better in a tube. I think with the peel, I think there's no reason it couldn't be in a tube. I'm just thinking there's no reason from like a stability perspective it couldn't be in a tube. No. Watch this space. I'm always open to people's suggestions around like product packaging and things like that. It's not everything is possible, obviously, but I'm always open to suggestions because I think sometimes you guys have given me some very good info. So Tom, let's discuss. Maxwell says, yeah, because we're talking about burning. I got it. Christina says, hi Rob, loving the scent of your copper peptides. Looking forward to using it. Also, loving the sunscreen. Thank you so much from NY. Sending lots of love to New York. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much. Alyssa says, hi Rob, using a lot of products for my hyperpigmentation and they're working. Can I scale back with cheaper, fewer products to maintain, or will it come back? There's going to be a bit of trial and error. I would generally say with hyperpigmentation, get to where you want to be, and then you can move into maintenance phase. You don't always have to be using the high potency, expensive options. Get to where you want to be, and then you can switch to maintenance. There will be a bit of trial and error. If you see that hyperpigmentation creeping back in, you might want to dial it up again a little bit. You'll find your own equilibrium. So yes, absolutely, you can move to a maintenance phase. Just, there will be a bit of trial and error about that, that's all. I think it says, oh, copper peptides on the scalp. I have to try that. Thanks for your reply. No, it makes sense. On men, it suppresses DHT, the hormone in the scalp, which triggers hair loss. So on men, using copper peptides on the hair, on the scalp prevents hair loss. On women, it strengthens hair, so you will end up with thicker hair. Doesn't have the same impact for women when it comes to hair loss, but it'll increase hair density. So kind of, it's good for hair, man or woman, good for hair. Tom's just linked the Mexican website. Thank you so much, Tom. Very much appreciated. Tiffany says, I don't know if I should be using Matrixol Synth, Azuraline, just continue using my Tretinoin. You can use all three of those together. Generally, I wouldn't use Matrixol Synth with Matrixol because they're kind of going to do the same thing, so you'll be doubling up. It's not going to harm your skin, but it might be a bit wasteful. So I would say Azuraline and one of the Matrixols, perfect to use alongside your Tretinoin. Lynn. Oh, I think I missed a comment from Lynn. Sorry, YouTube are all over with these comments. I'm so sorry, Lynn. Feel free to re-ask. I'm really sorry. YouTube keep cutting me off and I'm trying to kind of keep up with them. Sorry about that. Alicia says, can we see your cat? Very much upstairs cuddling. And the dog is chewing his bone. Are you liking that? Is that good? What you got? Yes, he's chewing his bone down here. He's very happy. The cats are upstairs sleeping, so we'll show dog at the end. Valerie says, 4 drops or droppers? Drops. 4 drops. Like Tom says, 4 droppers is very extra. Very extra. Lynn said, hello, my question got missed. Lynn, I'm very sorry. Blame YouTube, not me. But I wasn't being rude. Let me get to your question now. It was any eye mask recommendations for irritated hay fever eyes? Scott suggested one, thank you. I will just say, Lynn, take Scott's recommendation. He is the eye patch, eye gel king. Take Scott's recommendations. I have eye wash spray, but I just want something soothing. I use the hay fever allergy eye drops that I got from Boots. They work really, really well. They help my, because I have very allergy eyes. I use them. I do use these. These are the K-Secret Advanced Regenerating Eye Gel Patches, which I put in the fridge. Super cooling. I'll use like the hay fever eye drops and I'll put these under the eye. It removes the puffiness, it removes the inflammation. It doesn't treat the hay fever, the allergy, but it will reduce the symptoms of it. And I find these to be so good. They're so cheap as well. They're really, really good, and you can leave them on for as long as you want. So yeah, they're the ones that I use, Lynn. Always take Scott's recommendations on eye masks because he is the king. And he's never steered me wrong with a recommendation. And I would recommend those allergy eye drops. They work really well for like suppressing the allergy, and then I use those K-Secret ones to kind of take away any puffiness that I get under the eye. Yukiko says, as an entrepreneur in the beauty industry, what is your take on influencer marketing? So I guess good question. I guess I can answer this from a brand perspective. I can't really answer this from an influencer perspective because I don't do sponsorships. So I can't really tell you how any of my sponsorships perform because I don't do them. But I could talk from a brand perspective. I don't think the return on investment from influencer marketing is particularly great. I don't think it's a particularly good way of growing your business. Because I think people are quite savvy now and they can see when something's an ad. Obviously, an influencer has to put when it's an ad. So instantly you see ad and I think we're kind of like, turned off. I don't think people want that sort of engagement. I think they want organic and for people to say, I use this and I love it. And so, yeah. I also think people buy things when it's, and again, I can only speak from my own experience on YouTube. People buy things when it's repeated and you see it regularly. You know, if I use some products, a really good example, like let's talk about the Allies lip balm. I mentioned this earlier. So this, I know so many of you guys bought on the back of my recommendation and you're loving it. I don't think people bought it the first time. I was like, oh, this is a nice lip balm. But maybe the 10th time they've heard me witter on about this and using a skincare routine, they're like, okay, well, if this is constantly appearing, it must be good. And then people tend to buy it. So I think if Allies of Skin were to say, as I was to pay me to say, I like this lip balm, it's amazing, you should buy it, and then you never saw it again on the channel, that's not going to drive sales. People aren't interested in that. So I think influencer marketing, I think it has its limits. I think it depends on the influencer. Some are better than others. As a brand, I don't use influencer marketing. Sending out PR is different. So sending out your products, no obligation, and saying, try these. If you like them, you know, great. That works because people will genuinely recommend because they like your products. They tend not to buy because it's a sponsored ad. So yeah, I would say no. I think influencer marketing... Influencers, content creators online have a lot of sway in the industry because their recommendations carry weight, but I think it's their unsponsored recommendations that carry weight. Does that answer the question? Hopefully. Can you explain why retinol is used for wrinkles, not moisture? Because it's not a moisturizer. It's used to promote collagen, which is great. Minimizing wrinkles, but it's not really going to hydrate. You need moisturizer for that. Pandora says Stratia Lipid Gold Eye Cream is supposed to be so good. It is good. Everything Stratia do is good. Another brand that is very US centric, that's all. It's really difficult to get here in the UK, which is a shame. It might change, but it's hard to get hold of. That is my only criticism when it comes to Stratia. I do love the brand. Right, I'm going to take a big sip of this tea. And if you haven't already, if you could minimize the chat, hop over to that like button and give it a gentle caress. It really does help. Because the more likes this live stream gets, the more widely YouTube will push it out to people that can't be with us now. They can watch it on replay. I'm going to take a big sip of this tea. That is clap cold. Backtruck, thank you so much for your order. Really appreciate it. Yeah, really appreciate that. So thank you so much. And you got your free serum. Good to know. Yeah, very good to know. So let me just make sure that that's still all working. Yes, we've got another 10 minutes left of the live, so get your questions, keep your questions coming in. I'm going to answer as many as possible for you. I will get through as many as I can. Let me just double check that we've still got the internet's doing what it needs to do. Yes, we've not got too many glitches. So yeah, last 10 minutes. And if you still haven't, but you wanted to take advantage of the free serum, all you need to do is spend £20 or more. So have an order of £20 or whatever the equivalent is in your local currency. And Mad About Skin products on www.madaboutsincare.com. Pop the super serum, the multi-active super serum, into your basket. And then when you get to checkout, it shows us free serum with every £20 equivalent spent. So that's testing out our new Mother's Day thing, which I'm glad we did because we had a few hiccups. We've resolved them now. So it's always good to try these things out. So thank you guys for being my guinea pigs. See. Let's just check I've not missed any. Sarah says, oh damn, I bought the super serum last night, so missed the offer. Already loving the peeling gel. Excited to try this. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. And don't worry, it'll be coming out, even though Mother's Day in the UK has been and gone. We're going to do like a worldwide Mother's Day thing, which will be this. So when that comes around, you'll be able to get your free serum. Do not worry. Shirley says, I got here late. I blame the cat. I always blame the cat. I have a bacterial infection. She has a bacterial infection in her ear. We just come back from the vets. Free super serum with £20 order. Don't mind if I do. You're very welcome, love. And hopefully your cat gets better soon. Sending you lots and lots of love. And hopefully your cat feels better soon. Wagstaff says, cherry sounds great, but I'm on a low balm diet. Hence the original. We've always got a soft spot for original. I love that though. Jess said, thanks. My pleasure, Jess. Sending you lots and lots of love. Suzanne said, I love the bottle for the Mad About Skin Chemical Peel. It looks tasty. The forbidden fruit. Yes, nobody eat your skincare, people. Do not eat your skincare. Tom says, I love the bottle too, but getting the last drop out isn't so easy. I agree. I think tubes are just generally better for getting the last drop out. I said it. I use both, but I do think tubes are always better for getting the very last drop, and I like to cut the tops off. So Laura says, happy to catch you on the last of the tail end of the live. I hope everyone's doing well. We are, Laura. I hope all is amazing with you. Tyler says, glass bottle preferred. I use a tool to remove the remainder. But if a tube, please take the suggestion of peel in a clear tube. That'd be beautiful. That would actually be really beautiful. I would give you that. see. Sharon says, I love you. Thank you, Sharon. Love you too. So knowledgeable. Just over a year, my hyperpigmentation is 85% gone. Yes. That's goals. That is goals. I'm so happy. I just bought the Mad About Skin called Peptides and sunscreen. I think you probably got like the last sunscreen. We've just sold out, so congrats on that. And I'm just so happy that the products are working for you. That makes me so happy. Dawn says, will you be changing the super serum to a pump? Yes, going forward, and we are down to the very last couple of the next batch to be manufactured, only coming in pumps. People want pumps. They get pumps. The super serum will, going forward, once this batch is done, going forward, will exclusively be in a pump form. People wanted pump, they get pump. I think it does work better with the pump, for sure. So I am fully on board with that, Dawn, and yes, it will be coming with a pump. If anyone does buy a super serum in the meantime and wants a pump, just email in and we can sort that out for you. Laura says, pigmentation question. It seems like everybody agrees that freckles will eventually be aging and should be fought. Not sure I agree. I quite like freckles. I think there's a difference between freckles and hyperpigmentation. It's up to you. Different people. Everyone has their own take on their own skin. I quite like freckles, so I'm going to just put it out there. Suzanne says, Scott's going to need a YouTube channel, is right. I would vote for that. Christopher said, I would watch that. Scott make a channel. I think, Scott, there's lots of demand. Becky said, thanks, Rob. I love your serum. Order is done. Can't wait. Thank you so much, Becky. Sending you all the love. Sarah said, I'm trying to tackle dark circles and crepey under eyes. I've been using Retinol eye cream, but my eyes almost look more crepey. Does it get worse before it gets better? Yes, with retinoids, it can get drier before it gets better. What I would say is get a balm, fragrance-free and scent-free, ideally, and put a balm underneath, on top of your retinoid. Put a balm, actually, the Aloes of Skin lip balm is a great one to do. Put that under the eye, on top of your retinoid. That'll make it so much better. Promise you, top tip. Doesn't have to be the Aloes one, any one would win. Laura says, I agree about sponsorships. I don't buy stuff when it's praised to the heavens and never shows up in the routines. Yeah, there's a couple of content creators online. I'll mention no names, I'm too professional, that do these ads and they're like, oh, this is the best product ever. And then you never see it again on the channel. I'm like, great. Well, that doesn't really instill me with confidence. I know I'm boring and I keep going on about the same products over and over and over again, but that's because I genuinely use them and I like them. I'm not paid. But yeah, I always be suspicious if a content creator shows you an immaculate product, because that means they haven't really used it. And if you never see it again on their channel, I want to see something 3 or 4 times before I believe they actually use it. Things should be battered. I'm looking at my skincare. Things are battered. That's okay. Nika says, we'll definitely love a scraping tool for the antioxidant serum. I'll look into that. Let me look into that. I can look into. As a stopgap, I can look into that. Leave that one with me. Mayoa says, hi Rob, Rex and enjoying skincare while remaining myself. Consistently, the uneven skin tones are normal and can be fixed with normal. Yeah, you know what? Everyone has an uneven skin tone. Everyone has zits, blemishes, pores. This is all normal. And I would always say, like, when it comes to skincare, set your goals specific to you. Like, look at your skin. What do I want to realistically achieve? Do I want a little bit of... For me, I did this about 2 years ago, and I thought, what do I want? I want a little bit more firmness around the jaw. I want to take away some of the emerging fine lines, like around the eyes. That was my focus. Worked on it. I've achieved it. Now, do I have the tightest jawline in the world? No. Was never gonna. But I have seen improvements. And ultimately, I think if it's improving, going in the right direction, really, that we should be happy about that. So yeah, I would say don't try and change the world with skincare. Just try and focus down on a few key things that matter to you. And take a few pictures. Because we forget where we've come from. Take a few pictures. I've got some pictures from my hyperpigmentation journey that I started. I look now and I think, wow, that's really worked. And that kind of is the motivation to keep going. Doesn't have to be perfect. Shawnee, thank you so much for your order. You are a superstar. Thank you. Wagstaff says, more on Stratia. I've got on hold of the Aqua Factory. Oh, no, but I have managed. I did reach out to them because, again, they don't ship to the UK particularly easily. Reached out to them and said, I want to try it. Please, and I'll pay for it. can I just buy it? And they said, no, we'll send it, it's fine. So they are sending it over. It's somewhere in Heathrow Airport as we speak. So watch this space, there will be a review. I'm loving Stratia so much. Disabled Plant Mum says, what order do you use your products in and how many times a week? Oh, well, that might just need a skincare routine, which may or may not be coming on Wednesday. Yeah, you've read my mind. Watch out for Wednesday's routine video. Hopefully that will help. Sharon says, can you recommend a body moisturiser in a large tub in place of the CeraVe? I use this. This I use on the body. This is the Medicube PDRN Booster Gel. I love this. It's hydrating to a point. If you've got very dry skin, probably not enough, but it should be. And then I also use this. This is the Ultrist Moisturizer Body Lotion 6. This is thick. This is thick. This is more lightweight. Together, perfect. I love both of these. This is like £10. This is like £19. Both last forever. That's my body care recommendations. I also use the Transparent Lab Retinol Body one. Also amazing. Yeah, those are like the 3 regularly on rotation, and I love all 3 of them. Oh yeah, Tom makes a good point. Says, check out the Mad About Skin website as there are recommended skincare routines for the products. There are. Good. Tom, you know me too well. You know the brand too well. Do as Tom says. That's actually quite good. Oh, Scott says Naturium have several that are good. The Biolipid, also great. Naturium has some great body care products. Lynn says, agree about Stratia. I started using the Rewind last year after seeing you talk about it and can't be without it now. I love them. I just wish they were easy to get hold of. That is my only criticism with Stratia. I wish they are. ISTJ says, why are you skipping my question, your skincare routine? It's coming in a video next week, my love. Wednesday, it's coming in a video. Nothing secret. You'll be able to see it on Wednesday. Sarah says, thanks so much for the tip, Rob. Give it a go. My pleasure, my love. My pleasure. Let's see. See where we are. Becky says, how about a hyperpigmentation routine? Well, this is kind of going to be a hyperpigmentation routine. I might make a couple of recommendations. I haven't filmed it yet. I might make a couple of recommendations for hyperpigmentation alongside it, so it can kind of be like a double routine. Good plan. Good plan. Happy to do that. Graham says, can I use castor oil if I have rosacea prone skin? Yes. Just be mindful. The only thing I would say is just be mindful that when you put oil on the skin, it can create like a greenhouse effect where it can trap in some of the heat. So it can cause the heat of the skin to go up a little bit. If your rosacea is triggered by heat and is quite sensitive to heat, it might cause a bit of a problem. But intrinsically, there's no reason you can't use castor oil with rosacea. It's fine. Just be a bit mindful that there's that heat element. Could be a problem. But good question, Graham. Luciana said, Rob, could you share your before and after hyperpigmentation pictures? I can. I'll fit them into a video. I'm quite happy. I'll dig them out. But yes, I would be quite happy to do that. Well, the after will be this. But I can show the before for sure. Lynn said, typo central tonight. What's going on? Oh, I am useless. I think sometimes I just mash the keypad the way that I actually type. Laurie says, everyone wants us to use sunscreen, face, arms, etc. Why is sunscreen sold in such incredibly small packages? Mine's 100ml. Mine's 100ml. Most facial sunscreens are 50ml. Mine's 100. We're going to come out with a 200, which hopefully I get around the product. I do think brands need to up their game and come out with bigger sunscreens. I'm going to lead by example. The 200ml is coming out. But yes, I do think the days of 50ml facial sunscreen should kind of disappear. 100ml should be a standard, in my opinion. Shawnee said Medicube great for summer. Yeah, such a nice product. So yeah, Tom says the Mad About Skin sunscreen is 100ml. It is. Always remember when you're comparing, like when you're looking at prices of different products, look at the mils, because obviously 100ml, like for example, my sunscreen is the same price as the ordinary new sunscreen, but it's double the amount. So actually it's half the price. If you kind of look at it like that, always look at the mils, because then you know exactly what you're getting. I'm useless at that. I never do, but I would recommend to do it. Suzanne says, thank you so much for another great live stream. Rob, you're doing a damn good job. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. I love you. Kerry says, I have very minimal skincare routine, but I'm interested to see the heavy hitters you're enjoying. Hopefully that video will be useful. Yeah. And Suzanne, sending lots of love to you, to Yan, and to the birthday boy. Damien, I can't believe already another birthday come round. Terrifying. Yes, TJ said I'll wait for Wednesday. Hopefully you'll see it in action. I'll be applying products to my face. You'll be able to see it in action. Vanessa says 200ml so I can roll around in it. This is the plan, Vanessa. This is the plan. Yes, but the 100ml, I do think 100ml is good for flying. In the UK though, interestingly, they've got rid of that 100ml limit. Oh, they're getting rid of it. They haven't got rid of it. They're getting rid of it, so we won't have that 100ml thing anymore. Hopefully, which is great. You don't have to take your liquids out of your bag anymore either. When I went travelling the other day, I had like my little clear plastic bag with everything in. No, they were like, "What are you doing, mate? Just keep it in your bag." I was like, oh, "Okay." We've only been doing that for 20 years, but now they're looking at me like, "What are you doing?" Becky says, "When is your SPF available?" In the next 2 weeks. If you want to be on the wait list, just drop an email on the contact us section of the website, and I would be happy to add you to the wait list and let you know as it comes out. Sarah says, "Couldn't resist the bargain, bought another peel gel so I can stock up on the multi-serum." Thank you, Sarah. I got your note as well about the pump. I will happily pop a pump in for you. That's no problem at all. Thinker says, "Oh, I just got whipped for say 50ml, maybe too big for me." Not the living. I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of it. Guys, you have been amazing. I got to the end of the comments. This is a new record. Suzanne says, "We all three love you very much." Damien gave a little hi. Damien, love you. So thank you so much, guys, for being here on the live stream. How fantastic. It's so oh, Lorne wants to say hi. He's got his bone. Let me just see. Do you want to say hi? Fuck. Yes, hello. Oh, do you know what? Hello. Yes, you're not putting that down, are you? So if anyone wants to know, can a small dog tackle a large bone? Yes. Oh, that's on my lap. Oh, how gross. Hopefully that gave everyone a laugh. That bone is vile. He's been chewing that the entire live stream. So yeah, let me know. Does anyone else have a dog that seems to be able to manage that volume of bone? I don't know. But anyway, so yes, that's the end of the live stream. You've got till midnight if you do want to get your free super serum. All you need to do is spend £20 or more. www.madaboutskincare.com. Put a super serum in your basket, and it'll show us free at checkout. There you are. That's just testing for our Mother's Day giveaway, which I'm glad we did, because there was a few teething issues early on. I fixed them. Thank you for Tom for helping me to fix that. Really, really appreciated. And so, yeah, we're all ready to go for Mother's Day, which is... Lauren, you're getting a lot of love. You're getting a lot of love here. Shawnee said that bone is literally bigger than him. It is. He's not going to let go of it till it's gone. Sarah said bone bigger than his head. There's not a lot of brain in that head. Yeah, it's... So Thinker says bone to match the size of his ego. Oh yeah, he's got full little dog syndrome. He thinks he's like a Great Dane or something. Lovely to see all you guys. Thank you so much for joining. I love you all so much. And have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a great start to the week. Love you all. Bye.